are going to surface the Phantom CNC router with the IDC Woodcraft 1.5-inch ultra smooth cutting surfacing bit. So we're going to do this at 600 inches per minute and a very shallow depth because I'm just surfacing the board. So we're going to do this at a 0.01 inch depth. First, we're going to profile all the way around. Then we're going to go back and forth. Oh, we'll go side to side, and then it'll switch around. We'll go back and forth. So welcome to this live. We're going to be surfacing the Phantom CNC router at 600 inches per minute with the ultra smooth cutting surfacing bit. I had to fix the spindle. The threads got a little messed up, but that's all taken care of. And so I had to retram the machine, and now we're going to surface. So here we go. The first thing I have to do is set my tool 0, so it's on zeroed out at the spoil board. We're going to be surfacing the Phantom. All right, 600 inches per minute using the ultra smooth cutting surfacing bit. Normally, for a machine this size, I'd be going with the 2.5-inch bit, but I want to play with this one here, since that's what I have at the IDC Woodcraft store. So I've got the tool set up. We're just going to touch off on the probe. And so I press that button that says tool tip measure. And that is now set. So easy. And this puppy hangs up on the machine right up here. One of our CNC brothers gave me this little hanger for that. So I've already got it zeroed out, X and Y, but I'm going to make sure. So I'm going to tell the machine to go to its work coordinates. There we go, right there. And I'm just going to eyeball, make sure that I am where I want to be. I'm going to bring my Z down. And we should be good to go. So we're just going to make sure we launch the program. I'm going to go File. And it's asking me several options. It's on Load File. I'm going to select OK. And now it's asking me, is it internal or external? I want to switch to external. So I hit the Y down button, and that will switch over. I click OK. And now it's looking at what's on the USB drive. And I want the second program on there, so I'm going to use my Y down button, toggle down to that, click OK. And that program is now in. And my X and Y are set at 0. I told it to go home, so that's where it's at. And we already set our Z, so let's let this thing rock out. I'm going to back up here. I won't be able to see you while I'm doing this because I'm going to be by the machine. I hope you have an awesome day. And there's that door buzzer again. That drives me crazy. That's from the shop. The people are walking in and out of the store, and that buzzer goes off, and I want to shoot the buzzer. All right, let's rock this thing out. Headset. So I'm going to have to stop this because I'm cutting MDF and that's going to get all over the place. I forgot to put my dust collector on there. So that's 600 inches per minute. So I stopped it temporarily because if we're cutting MDF, I got to have my dust collection on there. So I'm going to set that up. If you just popped on, we are surfacing the Phantom at 600 inches per minute, and I am doing this with the ultra smooth cutter from IDC Woodcraft, the 1.5 inch. I've got a 2-inch, 2.5 inch surfacing bit there, but I'm not going to use that. I want to use mine. I like to experiment with mine, see what the tolerances are, how it can hold up over different things. So that's what I'm going to do. Right now we're putting the dust collection boot on there. So I got the dust collector on. So there's my vacuum system here, and that came from Phantom as well. And then it's got a 3 ports down at the bottom. So you see I have 2 hoses coming up. One is coming up and over, and then it comes down to here. I got a bunch of hose there, so that'll work for the long mill. And then I have one dedicated for the Phantom. Now, one of our CNC brothers actually sent me a new dust boot, so I am going to play with that later. Right now, this is all set up to experiment with the Beast CNC router bit that will be coming out, because I want to get the find the limits on it. So, all right, so all I'm going to do is take this hose, put it on there, turn the vacuum system on, and fire this thing back up. And watch how fast this thing runs this out. It's 4 foot by 4 foot. We're going to go back and forth that way, and then it's going to change directions, go back and forth that way, and it'll be done. We're surfacing at 600 inches per minute. I'll probably bring that up. So I can bring it up by 10% increments. So it'd be 660, 720. So that's, I can go up to 120%. So we'll bump it up to 720 inches per minute. because it's going back and forth, and it'll come back and forth this way. That's 720 inches. Hey Joe, you got the hog. That's good. You love that. That's 720 inches per minute. I'll be running the beast, the new bit, at 1,000. Right now we're surfacing the Phantom board with the 1.5 inch ultra smooth surfacing bit, going at 720 inches per minute. I actually want to go faster. That's pretty good clip. We're only taking off maybe a 0.01. So I've got this set to do a profile cut. There's two tool paths. There's surfacing tool path going that way, and now it's getting ready to do the surfacing tool path going back and forth, but it also does the first profile pass. You might ask, why do I do two passes, one that way and one that way? As you can see, there's a little bit of you can see like lines there. It's clean, but now I'm getting it completely level and getting any deviation out of this board. Phantom is a rack and pinion machine. You can see right here, this is the rack, and of course there's the motor there, and the gear is running through there. So surfacing at that speed on a 4 foot by 4 foot area, we've done this in about, so far, about 11 minutes. Think of that relative to your benchtop machine. And I really want to show you how fast I can cut out an Adirondack chair on this thing. Nuts, crazy quick. The reason I'm resurfacing this is because the spindle thread, hey Andrew, the spindle thread got a little messed up, so I had to work on it, and by virtue of doing that, I knocked the spindle out of tram, so I had to retram the spindle. I did a little video on that, so I'll work on that and use that in a couple of days, how to tram the spindle. Run at 720 inches per minute. 1.5 inch ultra smooth surface input. And it is about done, maybe 2 more passes. So about 12 minutes it's surfaced that way and now it's surfacing this way. So you can feel that there's really nothing there. You can see some marks that way, but there's nothing there. You can't feel anything. All right, so it's done. Yeah, it'll run up to, well, I've been able to move it up to 1,000 inches per minute. I haven't found its limit yet. So now I just need to check the spoil board, just look around on it, and it looks like everything is in good shape on it. So that's good.